Hello everyone, my name is Joy Dralpes Mangat, and today I will discuss about the drug education. So we all know that drugs is very rampant nowadays, and especially when we see it in news in our society. So first, let us define what is drugs. So drugs as defined is a substance used as medicine or in making medicines which affects the body and the mind and have potential for abuse. Without an advice or prescription from a physician, drugs can be harmful. Traditionally, drugs are synthetic chemicals used as medicine or in the making of medicines which affects the body and the mind and have a potential for abuse. So when we say drugs, ito yung ginagamit upang mapagaling ang ating mga sakit. Ito ay kalamitang hinahalo sa gamot upang mas mapadaling mapagaling ang ating mga sakit. Pag sinasabing drugs, hindi ito yung kaagad yung nakakasama sa ating kalusugan. Ito ay nakakasama kapag nasobraan. So there are two types of drugs, the natural drugs and the synthetic drugs. The example of the natural drugs are the natural plant leaves. So what are those leaves? First is the flowering tops, the resin, the honeys, the opium, and the last is the most common drugs that we've heard in our society, which is the marijuana. So what is the synthetic drugs? The difference of the synthetic and the natural drugs is that the synthetic drugs, these drugs whose origin are not primarily organic but rather produced via chemical synthesis. So let us go to the types of drugs. So there are a lot of types of drugs, but I chose some few drugs that are very common in our society. So first, let us go for the marijuana. So marijuana, it also called a cannabis sativa lima. So what is marijuana? Marijuana is a green, brown, or gray mix of dried uh, gumbled parts of marijuana plant. The plant contains chemicals which act on your brain and can change your mood or consciousness. Marijuana overactivity is part of the brain that can contain the highest number of the receptor. So, sinasabi nila kapag nakagamit ka ron ito ay ang term nilang ginagamit ay high. So, ano bang ibig sabihin ng high? Sinasabi dito na kapag ikaw ay high, maaaring mag-iba ang iyong paningin, may maraming kulay kang nakikita or seeing brighter color. Ito ay nagdudulot din ng changes in mood, impaired body movement, hallucinate, delusions, and difficulty with thinking and problem solving. So, yan ang mga epekto ng marijuana. So now, let us proceed to cocaine. So what is cocaine? Cocaine is a powerful addictive stimulant drugs made from the leaves of the coca plant native to South America. It is look like a crystal powder. And what are the effects of the cocaine? So first is the extreme happiness and energy. Kapag nakagamit ng tao nito, nakikita natin na sobra niyang masaya at saka hindi basta-basta ang kanyang mga kasiglahan and mental alertness. So kapag sinasabing mental alertness, palagi siyang alerto. And the paranoia. So what is paranoia? It is a extreme and unreasonable distrust of others. So anong term ginagamit ng mga drug dealers ng cocaine? Ang maliban doon sa cocaine, tinatawagin itong blow, coke, crack, rock, and snow. Now, let us proceed to the next drug. So, the next drug is the shabu. So, what is shabu? Shabu is a white odorless crystal or crystalline powder with a bitter numbing taste. So what is the effect of this drug? First is anxiety, irrational behavior, talkativeness, and loss of self-control, loss of appetite, inability to sleep. So what are the terms that used by the drug users of these kinds of drug? So it is called S or shabs, ubas, siopaw, sha, and ice. And the last drugs that I've chose today is the ecstasy. It is known as XTC, um, Adam, and herbals. So what is the effect of this ecstasy? So it exaggerates emotion, make heart rate and blood pressure hike up, and dries the mouth, stiffen the arms, legs, and jaw. So let us proceed. The sign of drug user. So enlarged pupils, bloodshot or glassy eyes, increased energy and confidence, loss of inhibitions, loss of coordination, aggressive behavior, trembling, twitches, paranoia, hallucination, nausea, and vomiting. Complaints of stomach cramps, blurred visions, exhaustion, fatigue. So that's all, and I hope that you got a new learnings or knowledge in my discussions.